Hello, this is the one episode of a little podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie, coming back from watching another episode of my favorite anime, Baldur's Gate 3.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I can make the case. Asterion.
Asterion is our favorite white-haired anime boy. Yes.
He's literally got like curse marks on him, okay?
He's got curse mark. He's a vampire. Like,
He's a
what more?
tsundere.
He's a tsundere. You're not wrong.
He's some people's baby girl.
Anyhow, hi, I'm Joey. I didn't do much this week. Batum is bad, by the way. Don't watch that shit.
Yeah, I was immediately validated like the next day with the report that Batum is kind of shit.
I was like, oh, let me watch one more episode, and then like, not the extended like assault scenes. I was like, no, I don't know. You don't know, Batum. You've fallen out of my good I was willing to give you an episode 2, but no, you've fallen out of my any sort of graces. Bad. We watched more Kaiji. That was good, at least.
Kaiji is good. Well, we watched Kaiji in our other favorite anime, The Terror. But
yeah, that one.
That joke is evergreen. You can say it about anything. Anyway,
that one has a white-haired anime boy.
Anyway, in the words of the words of Carl Aquitaine Hunger Force, ain't none of this shit matters, because I was on YouTube the other day and I saw that the Batum video had like 2 views. Ain't nobody see that shit.
No one watched that. Okay, fantastic.
Let's do better.
We're anti-influencers.
Let's do a better episode about a better show this time.
Yeah, true.
Anyway,
do you have news for us?
I scrounged up a little news. It was a little difficult. Excellent. But so I don't know if this counts as like hard-hitting reporting, but everybody's talking about Dragon Ball Remake.
Okay.
Nothing official has been announced about Dragon Ball Remake, but like 4 or 5 different people who make Dragon Ball are just like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna do.
Everyone liked that, essentially. Everyone wants this.
Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru, who has apparently worked on this show for fucking years,
excellent,
animated a bunch of it and designed a bunch of the characters, is just like, oh yeah, we're definitely doing that. That's inevitable.
Hell yeah. It'll happen at some point. Dragon Ball fans, stay strong.
I don't know if they should remake it. I feel like remakes are almost unnecessary sometimes.
But sometimes this Dragon, I give Dragon Ball a bit of a pass. The first one, I mean, like they're remaking content that's how old? We're talking like our ages.
Yeah, almost. This series is like 40 years old.
Yeah.
I should say that they were mostly talking about remaking Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, well, I mean,
but
God, I suppose even Z would be pretty old by now.
I suppose they would have to remake Dragon Ball at some point for Z to make sense.
Sure.
But whatever. As long as as long as there's fucking dinosaurs and cute little cars in it, I'll be happy.
I support that. I support this.
Let's hit our next thing. God, I didn't realize that this was posted by a user on Blue Sky called Zhu Liang. Dynasty Warriors shit is happening here. So this isn't really anime news, but it's sort of Japanese news in that apparently a member of the House of Councilors from the Liberal Democratic Party in Japan, which I am reliably informed are a bunch of right-wing assholes, has scheduled a talk or something in the National Diet about Assassin's Creed Shadows. It is explained to me via the internet that this would be like if Lindsey Graham started ranting on the floor of Congress about sword art.
Oh shit! All right, okay.
This is nonsensical.
Fantastic, I suppose.
I feel like there's no way this diatribe he's planning can't be vaguely racist. Because that's got to be the whole thing. But you know what the really funny thing about AC Shadows is going to be is that shit is going to come out and it's gonna be mid.
Uh-huh.
The worst people you've ever seen online will lose their shit about it, and it will be merely mid.
I see.
Anyway,
Yeah,
we stand Yasuke the Black Samurai.
this is true. This is true.
And finally, I saw this, and it is cool as hell. Hey, they're gonna make a movie out of All You Need Is Kill, which is like a light novel that was inspired by fucking what is it, Edge of Tomorrow, whatever the fuck that was.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're gonna make an anime movie out of All You Need Is Kill, and it's gonna be by Studio 4C, and I love to see those guys.
all right. Okay,
I love them to do it.
cool.
So,
Let's fucking go.
uh, I saw the trailer. It looks really good. It kind of reminds me almost of like a little more anime version of Scavenger's Reign, which I watched a couple of episodes of, and I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, I was wondering about that show.
Yeah,
Huh.
seems cool.
Seems cool.
Anyway, you want to watch a show?
Yeah, you picked one for us
I,
this
I
evening?
picked one out of the list. I have a big list now, so I just have shit on hand.
Yeah.
And I figured since we watched some dog shit last week, we might,
Okay, you're
um,
just okay. Listen, I know when I've done bad. You see that? You
I'm
look
not
at it.
I'm not stunting on you. I'm
You are
stunting on
shoving my
Batum.
nose in the shit.
I am stunting on Batum. Thank you. Um, I am well aware that you could not have known what was inside because that's the entire premise of the podcast.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. All right. All right.
anyway, we should probably watch. What? How do you say this? Uh, uh, Makenine. Too many losing heroines.
All right. The name inspires me. Let's go.
Much has been said about the fail girl, about whether it is a negative stereotype that lessens the impact of a female character. But I believe this show, with being the repository of all fail girls, proves an important point in that, regardless of their competence, fuck ups are interesting characters.
Yeah. I believe in fail girl supremacy.
So, so yeah, you want to read this blurb for me?
Sure. I will read a blurb.
I didn't copy the blurb. I copied the URL because I'm a
That's
fool.
not how to do it.
I'm getting it.
I'm determining the title is, I believe, supposed to be Makeine?
Makenine. Yeah, of course it is. Of course I fucked it up.
Just looking at it, I think that's how you'd pronounce it. But yeah, a blurb. Ahem. Despite not understanding much about fleeting teen romance, first-year high school student Kazuhiko
Nukumizu.
Nukumizu.
I'm Nukumizu over here.
Nukumizu. Stop it. Stop it. Still wonders how he would react if life were to be turned into a love story. Regardless, as a self-proclaimed background character, Nukumizu is satisfied continuing his life as an introvert with a negligible social life. However, he suddenly finds himself too close to the spotlight when he witnesses his popular classmate, Anna Yanami, be rejected by her childhood friend in the middle of a family restaurant. While Nukumizu wishes he could forget what he saw and move on, Anna ends up forcibly confiding herself in Nukumizu, lamenting her status as a childhood friend, fated to have her beloved stolen. As he becomes dragged into Anna's situation, Nukumizu soon gets caught up in the relationship drama of two more girls, Lemon Yashiko, an outgoing member of the track and field club, and Chika Komari, a shy member of the literature club. Now thrust out of his comfort zone, Nukumizu finds himself a major character in the lives of too many losing heroines.
Um,
Title drop.
oh God, yeah. So
Da-da-da.
I got the bit for the episode. We've already done it. Um, so yeah, we'll start here. We'll start here with a monologue
All right.
because over scenes of the school, this guy, over scenes of the school, our hero Nuketown,
No, stop.
described the fact that that 7 out of 10 high school couples will break up within a year, and if you count graduation, that's almost all of them. They will, but people do it anyway.
7 is a
Like
lenient guess.
it's kind of worth it anyway in a lot of people's
Yeah,
minds.
sure.
And he's always fantasized about like what that would be like for him, how he would feel about it if he had some teary-eyed heroine in front of him. Um, he also is a hopeless romantic. He says the blurb says he doesn't know anything about romance, but he is deep in the manga.
He is invested. Yeah.
He is one of those guys. This guy read Love Hina long enough to get angry at it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Um,
a good one.
Man, Ken Akamatsu is a fucking lunatic. Well, anyway, um, but yeah, he's reading the most recent issue volume of his of one of his romance manga, and he's getting to a really good part. He's to the point where he's audibly sighing.
Like,
I think it seems like he almost takes a good sniff of the book. I don't know
yeah,
what
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
is.
He did. He did
Take
kind
a
of
good
sniff it, didn't he?
smell of it. Um, and he's just reading manga in a family restaurant.
And he's
I
like,
forget what
that was a good one.
I forget what the really popular one in Japan is. I remember a bunch of them from that video about all of the anime Denny's.
Uh-huh.
I think it's Lawson's. Yeah, so this would be like me reading like Image Comics in a Lawson's. It's a very strange place to do things, but I guess you hang out in a family restaurant whenever you've got nowhere cool to hang.
Yeah. He doesn't have anywhere else to go. How can this child afford this, actually?
He's got an allowance. He's just not spending it on cool shit like I would have done. You see, I
Uh,
would have never had money to go to a family restaurant because I
nah.
would have spent all of my allowance on, novelty knives, but
Knife freak.
and fucking explosives.
Oh my.
Got the fireworks stand
Oh
is
god.
open, boys.
Uh-oh.
To buy too many black cats.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, he's standing up to refill his drink basically. He's just like, I'm just getting to the best part, and it's always like 20 chapters of lead up, but it's
Mm-hmm.
always worth it when you get there. And as he's standing there away from his booth, he hears a commotion in the other room, and as he's walking back, he sees two high schoolers his age
He's like,
sitting in
those
the
are my
back booth.
classmates.
Uh, and the girl is just like, "What are you doing, wasting time here?" And he's just like, "Oh, are they having a lover's spat in a family?" Just
It
in
does
public?
seem
That's
like that.
crazy.
Uh-huh.
And the scene between the two of them is a very typical romance scene in
Mm-hmm.
which the blue-haired girl is sitting across from a plain guy, um, and she's just like Karen's gonna take off for England soon. You have to go after her. And he's
Uh-huh.
just like, but Karen already said goodbye to me. And she's like, don't you understand that that means she wants you to come? He's just like, what
Yeah.
do you mean? He's just like,
That's
because that's the
because
way I've felt.
yeah.
Uh, and I don't know the significance of the key. I really don't.
I
But
didn't even
but
catch
she
that.
did slap down like a locker key or something on the table, and she's just like, "Go to her." After like a moment, after they like lock eyes for a moment, he's just like, "You should go to her. You don't have much time." And he's just like, "I'm so sorry, Anna." uh, and he takes the key and he runs out. Right. This is our heroine. This is Anna Yanami, who I'll be referring to as Yanami from now on. And yeah, our guy Knuckle Dragger, he uh, he witnesses this, and he's just like, I feel kind of weird about seeing this. Like this is like weirdly intimate thing for me to see. It's just like, but you know what? It's fine. It's none of my business. I'll just go back to reading. And he goes back to reading for a second, and when he looks back up, he's looking at he sees her out of the corner of his eyes. Reach over and pull the guy's drink over, Sosuke's drink over, and she's just sort of toying with the like chewed up straw, and she's just like, no,
Oh,
no,
don't
you
do it.
wouldn't.
Don't do it. No,
It's
don't
like,
do it.
no, you wouldn't. That's so desperate. Please, no.
No, you're
And,
better than this.
and it's getting closer to her mouth, and she finally just bites down on it
She's got
and
like
sucks
dead
up some
souled eyes.
cola, and he's just like, oh man.
She's like, oh,
Uh,
that's so.
It's just
Oh,
like,
you hate to
I
see
wish
it.
I wish I hadn't have seen that.
No.
That erodes my spirit. But again, it's not any of my business. I'll just go back to she's seen me. She's seen me seeing her.
And not only has
Because
she seen me seeing her, she is now sitting at the booth with me.
yeah, because they lock eyes like across, and she's just like completely mortified. And he's just like, no, no, no. I'll just look down at my book like I didn't see anything. And he's just like, did it work? And yeah, there's just the sound of her bag hitting the opposite seat. And she just sits down across from him, and she's just, I've known Sosuke for years. I've been his friend for a decade.
She is immediately delving directly into backstory mode.
And he's just like, yeah.
He's like,
It's just,
oh.
uh, but Karen's my good friend too. But they only met recently. He's just like, yeah, I see, yeah. Um, whenever when we were young, he made me a ring out of white clover, and he said he was going to make me his wife. He was going to make me his wife.
He's gonna make me his wife, and now he's left for her.
He was going to make me his
Whoa,
wife.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
And
whoa,
the next
whoa,
scene
whoa,
is
whoa.
just like he's gotten her a drink.
Yeah, he got her like a
Like,
rose hip
drink this
tea.
and calm down, please.
He's like, please have
She's
some
just like
tea.
she's just like,
They're
wow,
there.
this is good.
They're there.
He's just like, yeah, it's rosehip tea. It's supposed to be good for your skin. She's like, I don't have anybody to show my skin off to anymore. She's like, oh my god.
It's like I didn't want to know. I didn't want to. I didn't want to think about that. But okay.
And this is, and she's just like, yeah, you're in my class, right? Your name is like Nuclear Fallout, right? And she's like, yeah. Um,
He's like, it took you that long to ask me.
just like she's just like, I guess I can't be surprised. Like if I had acted faster, it wouldn't have turned out this way. And he's just like, well, maybe.
You never
um,
know.
and over the course of this conversation, he's trying to comfort her, but like more food items keep coming.
Yeah, she orders like a plate of fries.
She's
He's
just like,
trying to
hey,
like eat any
hey.
of them.
It's just like, hey, did you order these? Did you order these fries? And she's just like, I hope mayonnaise and roe are good enough sauces. And yeah,
And
he doesn't get a single fry.
he reaches out for one and she scarfs it and he's like, well.
She's just like, oh man.
Uh,
And yeah, she continues on, and she's like, if it weren't for that soggy cow, we'd still be together. And he's just like, oh, so yeah, she was your good friend then, and now
yeah,
she's a soggy cow,
she's a snake in the grass.
huh? And she's just like, well, as long as Sosuke is happy, as
Woo,
long as
woo.
he's happy.
As long
And
as
she's just like, wow, this is a spectacular,
he's like, wow, the fail
like,
girl is off the charts. Woo
spectacular
woo.
reaction to a breakup. Um, And yeah, that's where that scene ends. The next scene I think is at school,
Uh-huh.
basically.
Yes, I think
Uh,
so.
is it the scene where
I
they're hanging out?
Yeah, I think they're sitting on the stairs together.
No, 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 no. It's when the wait, is that the scene where he's talking about the water?
Oh, you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what?
it's the scene
Yeah,
where he's
he's
talking.
like,
He's because he's kind of he's stealth normal, but also like he's not a romance protagonist, right?
he's a little bit of
He's he's
he's
a he's a little bit of
he's a little
like
bit of a neurodivergent king, let's call him.
yeah. He's he's a little burnt out, you can tell. He's got little bags under his eyes.
Uh-huh.
um, and yeah, he goes out of his way to go to the fountain furthest from the water tank in the morning because
It's
most people don't know, but the water from specific faucets tastes different.
yeah,
And this
this one's
one
less
has
chlorinated.
less chlorine in the morning.
Yeah. He's got it down
Because
to a fucking science.
and he
I love this.
and he goes to calculate. Like, it's just like, yeah, yeah, this one is furthest from the water tank, and if I don't like, I know exactly how long it's going to take me to get back from this fountain to my homeroom. Because if I get back too early, somebody's going to be in my seat, and that's going to be annoying. And he's just like, right on time, and he pokes his head in, and the
And
class
someone's in
and
his seat.
somebody's in his seat, and the board is just like English will be taught 10 minutes late today, and he's just like,
Dang it.
damn.
Ah.
Um, so he stops in to read the bulletin board, which actually comes up later.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh, hey, archery went to state this again, third time in a row. They must be
Mm-hmm.
good. And while he's doing that, the guy from earlier, Sosuke, and Karen, who is very anime. She is a very romance anime girl. So her hair is pinker than you can
Pink-haired
imagine. Um,
girl of all time.
she's got the
Yeah.
fucking air intakes.
Yeah. She she's got the vents.
Have you never heard that before?
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
she's got the ramjet intakes on her hair. But
Uh,
yeah, they've got their desks facing each other, and they're and they're trading bits from a lunch. Uh and uh Yanami is trying to leave. She's just like, I'm gonna get out of here. And Karen comes up behind her and hugs her from behind. Is just like, you're gonna hang out with us after school, right? Uh and and our boy
nuclear
uh
fallout, yes.
Uh, I'm trying to think of another one.
Nuka-Cola.
Our friend Nuka-Cola looks at her and he's just like, I guess the anime is over it already. And as he notices, she's like quivering violently in the grasp of her friend. And she's just like, okay, maybe not. And he approaches her and he's just like, hey, anime, you're on duty today, right? She's like, I think the teacher wanted you in the printing room to help out. And she's just like, oh, okay, I'll come along then. Um, and they head out, and immediately she's when they're in the hallway, she's like, you helped me out, didn't you? And she's like, well, yeah, kind of. I thought there was gonna be an incident.
Uh-huh.
And
You looked like you were about to latch right on.
just like if I had to endure that for a second longer, I would have had her tits in a death grip.
Yeah,
And he's just like, you
exactly.
can't be saying stuff like that. Also, I don't know why. There's something about their uniform that makes them more comedic. All of the girls, for whatever reason, have been made to wear like four bow ties in a row.
I actually did not notice that. I did not catch that.
Mechanically, the only way I think it can work is if the bottom three bows are like superfluous and only the top one loops around your collar.
Oh my god. No, I have to go look at this later,
Yeah,
because
go
that's
look at it.
hilarious.
It's I don't know if it's a fit or not, but yeah, he's taking her out of there. And she's just like, she's just like, how can I repay you? It's just like, maybe we can get lunch together. It's just like, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and he was just like, yeah, I was hoping you would pay me back, because I got your lunch the other day. And she's like, oh yeah, definitely. Meet me by the stairs on the old building, like the
Mm-hmm.
emergency stairs, and we'll have lunch. And I'll hit you back. I don't have my wallet with me right now, but yeah. And he's just like, oh, okay. Uh, and he yeah, we go to that scene basically. Aesthetic place to eat your lunch.
Mhm.
Um, uh, I gotta say, ain't nobody eating my lunch in weird places in during my school upbringing. It's like you were eating in the cafeteria, or you weren't eating.
We were allowed to go on the back outdoors area. It was nice.
Um,
We would go bother the seagulls. It was great.
I just stood in a hallway adjacent to the cafeteria and chugged a soda for my lunch.
Ah,
Um,
classic American lunch.
no, well, I would go in there and I would look at the food and I'd just be like, I don't want to eat this shit. Um, but yeah, so yeah, they're sitting up there. They're having their lunch. They're having a little bento.
Mhm.
He's got a bun, some
Yeah.
type. She's got a little bento box, and she's just like, "Can you believe that they invited me
The
to hang out
karaoke.
with them to karaoke?
To karaoke.
You
Oh,
have to
how could
save
they?
me. They're gonna make me listen to couples duets." I'm just like, That's rough, buddy." He just hits her
That's
with the
rough. Here's the receipt.
um. Yeah. He's just like, "Anyway, can you hit me back for this?" And he hands her a receipt, and she's just like, "Oh,
Uh-oh.
uh, the amount has grown, hasn't it?" And
Were
she's
there
just like,
always that many zeros?
he's just like, "Not really.
No.
Remember, you had the watermelon pancakes after those fries, and you
And then you
also
had a
had
salad.
the pork udon salad." And she's just like, "Oh yeah, because salads can't make you fat." I'm just like, pork udon salad.
How can this exist? I have seen her bow ties, by the way. That's too many bow ties.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun too at the same time.
Like
Um,
I can't deal with it actually.
but she's like, "Well, what can I do?" Oh yeah, and she has also stabbed some of her like tonkatsu chunks.
Yeah, she is anger
She's like
stabbing.
angry this whole time talking about karaoke, and she's just like,
Karaoke.
"I know what I'll do." She's just like, uh, "I don't know if I'm any." She stands up and faces him, and she's just like, "I don't know if I was ever any good at it, but Sosuke seemed to like it." And he's just like, what are you talking about? What?
Hold on.
Wait.
Wait.
Hang on a second." And she's just like, you couldn't possibly be thinking of something like that, thinking of like repaying me like that. We're like, we're at school, right?" And she's like, "I can make you a bento box."
Yeah.
She's just like, "Oh yeah,
Uh, we
bento.
got the
Yeah, I
old
see.
classic
Soka."
bait and switch moment
Not
here.
a, so not a blowjob.
God.
Um, So yeah, he and she's just like, "Yeah, but well, it might take a couple to add up to this." And I snapped I snapped a picture of the receipt here, and I've lost it because I copied and pasted
Yeah,
the
the blur,
blurb.
but
But it came out to like $36.
yeah, it was she ate a lot of snacks.
And yeah, it was like watermelon pancakes and snack bar and steak. There was a hamburger steak on there. And,
Honestly, for a family restaurant, that's a pretty good price for all that food.
well, yeah, but it came out to like 3,650 yen or
Yeah,
something like that. And he's just like, "All right, fine. You know what?
fine.
Fine. Uh, what's the next scene?
They're
Not
gonna
that
be
it's
back
a
inside.
yeah, not that it's a bad show. It's just that my memory is failing me
It
today.
just kind of jumps around. It jumps around a lot, and also these characters talk very fast.
Yeah, they do a lot of talking.
It
I think
feels
the
like a
next
long
one.
episode because things happen a lot.
I think the next thing that happens to him is unrelated to Failgirl One. So yeah, so Nutcracker is sitting there by himself. Now his seat is away from the window seat, so you know he's not a main character.
Uh-huh.
He's actually on the opposite side of the room. So there is a window into the hallway because sometimes they have those sliding windows. And as he's sitting there, is this whenever they run into Lemon or
This
they run
might
into
be
the other club?
Lemon. Uh, well, this might be when he gets summoned for Lit Club.
We're gonna go with we're gonna go with Lit Club just because order of events doesn't necessarily matter that much.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, he's sitting there, and he hears a voice just ask him, it's just like, "Hey, uh,
Hi, are you Nokia?
are you Nokia phone?" Um, it's like, "Are you?" I can't find his first name.
Nuclear fallout.
Are you
Nuclear
Kazuhiko?
wasteland.
Are you Kazuhiko Nokia phone? Um, and he's just like, "Oh, what?" Because there is a short girl half scream whispering it at him through the window.
Yes,
Um,
this is gonna be one of our fail girls, by the way. I'm pretty
uh,
sure.
and she's just like, "Hey, are you in the literature club? Um, the literature club wants to see you." And he's just like, "Wait, the literature club? What do you?"
Huh?
It's just like, I'm Chika Kamari from the literature club, and you need to come with me."
Yeah.
And he's
And
just
he's
like,
like,
"Wait, why would the
"Uh,
literature club want me?" Oh,
like,
wait,
I think
at the
I did
beginning of
sign up
I
for
feel like at the
something like
beginning of the
that."
year, I got suckered into signing up for the Lit Club. It's just like, "Okay, you know what, I guess I'll go," because she has had to, like, resort to, like, typing it out on her phone to stay
Uh-huh. She is like sweating. She is like leaning, like bowing down so that he can hardly see her
she's like
through
a
the little window.
she feels a little less filthy Watamote girl, but,
Yeah,
um,
she's cute. She's fine.
um, he's just like, "Yeah, I guess I'll." And she's like, "Well, what's this about?" And she finally is just out with it. She's just like, the student council has sent out a warning about about clubs with members who don't attend." And he's just like, "Oh shit, I should probably knock around and go see it." So he does go up there, and he runs it. Whenever he arrives, it's just her, and it's a taller girl
Hmm.
uh, who is not on my list, so I won't tell you her name.
She's just some sort of chill. She's like a
She's
third
chill.
year.
She's a third year, she's taller, she's got glasses and, like,
Hmm.
long dark hair, and she's
We
just
don't
like,
get a lot
"Hey,"
from her.
I'm the club president." She's just like, "Yeah, they're really cracking down on clubs whose members don't show up," and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I guess I've been ghosting you for a while." And she's like, "Yeah, you can, like, we have a big selection here. You can borrow anything. Just stay out of the Mishima and Dazai." And I was just like, I was trying to figure out the joke there because it's like Osamu Dazai. Does he? And then the other
No,
guy.
he just goes and opens it at one
Well,
point.
no, wait, because the other guy is Yukio Mishima, who is like notable in his own way for being like a like weirdo, like Japanese, like fascist demagogue kind of guy who's famous for like doing a failed assassination. I think he did a samurai suicide
Oh wow.
in like the 40s
Yeah, this does seem to
or the
be like
60s, I think actually.
this does
So
seem to be like historical yaoi of these characters.
yeah, because as soon as he's looking through and he's just like, "Wow, this is actually a pretty good selection. I could probably read a bunch of stuff here." And she's just like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, but you'll probably have to be hanging out with us for a while." And he's just like, "It's fine." She's just like, "And remember, don't touch the Desire or Mishima." And as soon as she's out of the room, he's just like, "Huh." And he looks up at the corner and he sees Osamu Design. He just pulls it down immediately, and
Uh-huh.
there's just boys love manga
Yes, yes.
in the jackets.
He opens it up for like a second and it just goes, ah. And he just
He just
it
shuts it.
just
He's
cuts
like,
away.
and the next scene is him in his room, and he's looking up online their selection because
Yeah.
he's just like with the anime making my lunch, and my like reading needs handled by the club. I guess I can maybe pick up on some stuff they don't have, like manga,
Hmm.
aside from boys' love.
Yeah.
And as he's doing this, another hand comes down because he's reading along with his finger on the screen. Another hand comes down on top of his finger, and he's just like, "You should definitely get this series and read all the way up to volume 5 whenever the main character's evil side." And he's just like, he's just like, Kaju, what are you doing? What are you doing in my room? She's just like, I'm usually here. You just don't normally notice me.
He's like, that's weird. You're
It's just like,
weird.
that's creepy. Don't do that.
The
And
way that this girl talks is fucking hilarious, by the way.
she's great already. If she's not a brother con, like,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
she's
yeah.
great.
Hopefully she doesn't. Hopefully we don't go. I don't think we're gonna go that route. But I
Um,
think where she is right now, she's very funny.
yeah, she's hugely funny because she's just like, oh my dear brother, don't worry, I'll get you some friends. Um, so you see, all I have to do is make you a character bento. And people around you will be so impressed they'll have to talk to you about it. And she's already made it.
And
And
he's like,
she turns around. It's just like, I actually already have somebody making my lunch. She's like, oh my god, you've done it! You've got a girlfriend already! And she just spills like, and it's like Mario themed or something. Like
yeah.
there was one frame where you could see it, and the food was like arranged into like a cute face.
Yes, yes, it was like an actual
Um,
character. It was quite funny.
um,
She's like, so tell me the
He's
details.
just like, I can't believe you, somebody with no friends like you has gotten a girlfriend. It's just like, well, it's not a girlfriend, you see. I kind of paid for it. And she's just like, Naruhodo. It's like one
She's
of those bento lunch arrangements.
she
And
and I did
I've
watch
learned
the
about it
dub.
from all of my friends.
I did watch the dub, and at this, her line in the dub was, "Ah, a working girl," which made me fucking crack up.
Yeah, exactly. You're eating lunch with a working girl, and
Yeah,
all my friends have told me about those kinds of situations. And he's just like, you need to get better friends.
yeah.
While you're
Oh
running
my,
around with them from the streets.
like, oh, God.
And then
Uh,
the next scene
that's
is
got to be the scene with Lemon.
where he runs into Lemon because he's sitting at his desk again, and he's being passed by a couple of people, gray haired boy and athletic tomboy type girl who's very tan.
Hmm.
And she's just like, "Hey, I blew off club today. You want to go? You want to hang out?" And he's just like, "I'm sorry, I gotta go to cram school." And she's just like, "You're a first year. If you keep studying like that, you're just gonna get dumber." Uh, and we can surmise that she is Lemon Jan, because wait, that's her real name. I'm just looking at it. I thought it was just because she had a lemon hair ornament.
No, her name is actually
Her name
Lemon.
appears to be Lemon, based, I guess. I don't
It's pretty cool, actually.
know. If I met somebody named Lemon, I'd be like, you know what, that's unusual, but kind of rad. So, but yeah, they're talking, and another girl comes up to the door, and he's just like, "Oh, Chihaya." She's like, "You came around." She's like, "Yeah, we're gonna be late to cram school." He's just like, "Okay, I'll be right there." And he takes off with her, right? Uh, and Lemon is just standing there, and then she
Yeah.
turns like on an axis. I swear, in my head, I heard the noise of like stone grinding.
Or
Uh,
like a door creaking.
to to face nunchucks, and she says, what are you to him? It's like, are you guys friends? It's just like, uh, I wouldn't say. I mean, we go to the same cram school because, oh yeah, because that guy stopped and asked him something. That's important
Uh-huh.
for the comprehension of this thing. Stopped
Yeah,
and
yeah,
asked him
yeah,
about
yeah.
something from Blick Club. Um, about whether he could borrow it or not, and he was just like, that can probably be arranged. I just have to ask my senpai. Um, and she's like, what? She's like, what are you to him? It's just like, oh, we just go to the same cram school. It's just like, oh yeah, the same cram school as them. So what do they to each other? It's just like, oh, I don't know. They go there in the advanced course. And she's like, the advanced course, huh?
Not advanced school.
Um,
Anything but that. Oh God,
Yanami
it's all over.
apparates out of the ceiling at this point.
Yeah,
I did
she's
not
like,
know how she enters the scene.
she she has understood that another fail girl is having problems.
I don't know how
I
she
don't
did
even
this
know.
because there was no like reverse shot where she could have slipped in. I just literally don't know how she entered the scene. It felt like she
She
came down from above.
was missed, and then she, was not missed. She solidified into the
Yeah,
scene.
yeah. came in like fucking Alucard would have done.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
She's like, a childhood friend, huh?
she's like, you're a childhood friend. She's like, what do you mean? It's just like, well, that must mean that one down there is a home wrecker. It's like, what?
You know,
It's
there's
just
two
like
teams.
there's only two kinds of girls. There's childhood friends and home wreckers. And uh and Nuthatch here is it's just sitting there. He's just like, I
It's
see,
like,
Naruhodo. That's how it
no,
is.
no.
um, and yeah, she's talking to Lemon and just like, well, how long have you known him? It's just like, well, we've known each other since we were kids. And it's just like, well, what? Did they just meet recently? They get on pretty well? It's like, yeah, they got on pretty well, but they've only known each other for like a week, haven't they? And as they're walking away, she's just like, I'm sure they're just friends. It's just like, they're just friends.
Yeah. They're
And then they
definitely
grab each
just
other.
friends.
They just grab each other by the upper arms and start hopping together. It's just like,
Yep,
just friends, just friends.
they are immediately besties
Um,
to some degree.
I would be friends with Lemon. She seems cool.
Yeah, she
Um,
seems
but uh,
funny.
yeah. So we cut immediately to them on their typical place on the stairs.
Hmm.
They've eaten lunch here several times.
Yeah,
The first time it was just food from the convenience store.
yeah. They keep doing this thing where she's like, "So, how much do you think this bento box is worth?"
Yeah,
He's like,
she
about
provides him a bunch of
$4.
she provides him a bunch of sandwiches from the company because uh she was making two boxes at home and her mom was just like, "Oh, is that one for Sosuke?" And she had to stop. Um
Uh,
and she's just like, "How much is that worth?" And he's just like, "I don't know, about 250 yen." She's just like, "Oh man, really?" It's just like, "That's what the price tag says." And she throws him like a meatball and a piece of squash, and he's just like, "Okay, 300 yen." She's like, "Great."
yeah. She's like, "Yes."
And this time she's visible. She's passing away again, and she's like, "They asked me to come and study with them." It's just like,
Hmm.
you should probably say no if it bothers you that much. But then they'll be alone together. Did you
That's
know?
so much worse.
Did you know Sosuke's sister sent me messages the other night saying she couldn't get a hold of Sosuke and asking if I was with him? Why didn't he answer? Huh? Huh?
Ah,
And he's just like, so about my lunch for today. And she just turned around and empties the lid of her bento box gives him the lid and then empties part of the bento box that she has onto it. And it's just a cube of
a
steamed
cube of,
rice
yeah, it's very funny.
with a lemon peel on top. And she's just like, yeah, I only had the one box, so I crammed two servings in there. And he's just like, huh. She's like, how much do you think this is worth? And he's just like, I don't know, like 400 yen. And
It's like,
there's like a cash register noise, and the total goes down by the
yeah, they have like an actual like pop up on screen of the number and it just ticks down a little bit. It's quite
she's just
good.
like, I should have this paid off by summer break at least.
Yeah.
And yeah, they have a slightly she whinges some more about it.
Hmm.
But after she's headed up and she's headed off, he's sitting around and he notices that she's left a handkerchief on the
Hmm.
stairs, and he's just like, huh, I might as well return this. So he heads on up to see her, and they've encountered the most romantic location in the school,
Ah, yes, the top of the
the
roof.
top of the roof of the old building, um,
Yes.
with the wind,
You know
um,
you're in danger if you're up here.
um, from either romance or suicide. But
Many such cases.
yeah, the wind's blowing her hair, and he's got her red handkerchief, and he goes to stand by her, and she's looking down at the track and field, and she's like, yeah, you can see him from up here. It's a really clear view. And she's like, wow, Lemon can really go. And he's just like, oh yeah, she's gonna go. I think the team made state again. And she's like, how would you know? Just like, do you follow her? It's just like, oh no, I'm just really good at reading the bulletin board.
Yes. Our callback for the episode.
because 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 I am neurodivergent,
He does that.
and I have habits. um, Um, and yeah, and as he's standing there, as they're standing there and the wind's blowing, he's just like he gets hit by like tears, and he's just like, "What?" And he looks over, and she's just bawling, um, just standing stock still, tears pouring out of her eyes, and she's just like, it really just hit me again. Like I guess I had already accepted it, but I guess my body hadn't yet.
Yeah.
Uh,
Aw.
I just went from thinking, wow, Lemon can really run to I've been really dumped, haven't I?
Uh-huh.
And then yeah, it closes out on the same monologue that it opened with about couples breaking up and such, and how he would feel if there was some crying heroine in front of him.
Yeah, I almost feel like our boy Nickelback is catching some feelings. I
He's a
don't
nice
know.
boy.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I'm rooting for him.
He's he he's making it work by virtue of being a normal person with empathy.
Yeah.
um,
He's
and then
well
we lead
that
in.
and also he's like kind of playing the straight man, which is very good.
Oh yeah. Um, And then we enter into the one of the cooler outros I've seen in a good long time because it's heavily composited with like real life video footage with heavy
Mhm.
like indie filmmaker grain over it, and I really
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like so
I
like
think
you're
it's
just
really
like
cool.
walking. It doesn't even follow someone. It just looks like someone's carrying a camera in front of them.
It reminds me of my favorite anime outro, the probably the one from an like original style FLCL with
Ah,
with the Vespa just moving on
okay.
its own through a series of
Yeah.
pictures.
That's cute.
Love that. Love that little
Yeah.
guy. That thing
So
is an animal.
the So this show was cute. I liked it.
I think this show's possibly got legs. Uh,
I think we got something here. I
if
could see
the
myself watching more of this.
if these fuck up girls continue to be this funny, it will definitely be worth it. And the show's
Yes.
got 8.14,
Ooh,
ranked
on my anime list.
475th
All right.
on my
All
anime
right.
list. So
That's a
it
good
got
sign.
legs.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
All right, all right. So yeah, you've decided that you might watch more. I think
I
I
could
might watch more.
I think I could watch more of this.
I've managed to rope you into some bullshit that I would watch.
I listen, I have to cleanse my soul after last week. I have to heal myself with Failgirls. You
Um,
know?
so so yeah, listener, if you've ever completely eaten shit socially in front of somebody in public, you can tell us about that at oneepisodecast@gmail.com. This might even be the time that you eat shit in public by telling us
Yes.
about it.
That is one word, not the number. No, listen, we'll be nice to you. I promise. You can you can interact with us on Blue Sky on Twitter. We're at One Episode Cast. We tweet things? Do we repost things? I don't know.
I I
Probably.
t- I go in there every couple of times and I like a bunch of shit on both accounts so that it doesn't think that I am a computer.
Uh-huh. We are not robots, I promise.
We are not robots, and sometimes I like funny memes about
And
anime on the Anime
sometimes maybe we
Podcast
even
account.
share them. Do you share them? Do you just like them?
I think I've retweeted some. Apocryphal can't be verified.
Can't
Um,
like maybe go check it out. Tell us if we've retweeted
Tell
things.
us if we've retweeted anything.
Tell us.